Yes, it's yet another episode of The Front Row. Thank you very much for joining us. My name is Andrew Kagwa Maiga, and as you might know, this is a place where we talk about Ugandan film, and feel free to subscribe, watch the episodes, send them to other people. But anyway, before you do any of that, just know that we're a place where we talk about film. So today I'm not alone. As usual, I'm with the
My name
usual
is
suspect.
Kasule Douglas Benautamandage Kajans, aka Salongo. And of course, we are making UG films famous. Like Kagwa said, we are definitely here because we know you're making films. We know you are watching and supporting films. And we know that we are definitely going to be bigger and better every
Yep.
other day. Kagwa,
Mm-hmm.
today we have a topic very, very close to your heart.
Oh, wait. Why is it close to my heart?
Because I know you love policies.
I love policy.
Yes,
and,
when
and
it comes to policies, you love squeezing.
it annoys very many people. It annoys very many people that I love policy.
As long as we get gains. Whatever, we love your squeezing because we gain as an industry. And no matter what, you talked about meatballs, things have started changing. This year we are going to have maybe drumsticks. You talked about people
No,
who...
but you see, at the end of the day, it's all about asking for what truly belongs to us, and asking the right questions. Because I feel like the art industry generally, and I'm not even just talking about the film industry, the art industry generally has most of the times shied away from the questions that matter, even when they get a chance to speak to power,
Yes.
or even when they get a chance to say what they have to say. They do not ask the right questions.
True.
Yep.
Because every time everyone is given an opportunity to ask for something, they ask for themselves.
Yeah, for themselves.
And I think this should be something 2026 we need to change. If you get into a room to talk for the industry or for anything to do with the arts or the creative sector, don't ask for yourself. Talk about Luseke Weka, go in there to make sure whatever you are getting is gains for the entire industry.
Luseke in, Luseke out.
Yes, tubakoye Luseke nyam nyam in such a way that people go in there, Range Rover, baguza amataka, they are getting married and all sorts of things, and then the industry remains very, very stunted. Tubakoye.
Yeah, true that.
I think we are tired.
Yeah. So anyway, if there is one thing that really happened in 2025, it was everyone literally found it necessary to kind of come together. Now I'll tell you this. I knew about the Producers Guild, I think towards the end of 2024. Someone had told me about it, and at that time I thought he was the person driving it. Though when everything started taking shape, like I noticed there were all these other people that were behind it. But 2024, someone, like I was telling someone, that I do not like the fact that there are many things the industry cannot say for themselves in the face of people with money. And for this, I was talking about my sponsors, multi-choice. Personally, I was feeling like because they have the money, or everyone who has the money in Uganda kind of makes the artists like sweat through the nose, through the ears, because they are the people with the money. So I felt like there should be a need for people to come together. And so as I was saying about to this guy about it, it was like, yeah, by the way, there is something that's in the offing. You will know. You will see it. What? And then at Icon Awards, they announced it, and I was like, oh, this was the thing. This was the thing. But as this was being announced, many other things had been existing before, and for because we have UFMI that has been around for some time. Yeah, we have a producers guild that has been around for because we have a producers guild that was formalized in 2025.
Yeah.
But then there was another one.
There were others.
Yes, there were other guilds.
Because there was something, going back, like you've said, to whoever is watching and you don't know what you're talking about, we're talking about guilds, we're talking about associations, and we're talking about anything to do with managing and creating policies for the industry, because these are very important things.
Yes.
And there were associations.
There were associations called guilds.
Because there was
like you
the
know
Uganda
how
producer.
someone actually forms an association, but in the naming they call it
The
guild.
guilds.
But when you read the paperwork,
It's an association.
it's actually an association.
Yes.
Yeah, so there were many of those.
Yes.
But before all that existed, because there was before all that existed, there was one umbrella body that existed, and it was called Uganda Performers Uganda
Performing arts.
Performing Arts Federation, led by Benon Chibuka.
Yes.
I
The
don't know.
legend.
I don't know when that was formed, and I don't know if it's still around or not, because in the course of time, like a lot of things have been coming up, and I feel like he was overrun by Culture Forum, that other federation,
Bawagulako.
and another association of Cindy. So right now, I do not know if he's still exists in any form.
What just quickly to dive in and understand these things to whoever is watching. What is the role of an association?
I think most of the times associations are for like-minded people. To People form associations for different reasons. Sometimes it could be something people form to clean their trade, come together and make up some guidelines of this is how you can enter this industry. These are our guidelines. You can't work with any of us without doing this. It's more like most of the members coming together to try to organize yourselves.
And what is the role of guilds, of a guild?
Guilds are usually meant to champion the people they represent. For example, actors guilds are usually championing the actors' needs and the actors' wants to the producers, because most of the time, those are the people hiring them. Okay, the producers and directors, but those needs are not just money needs. They are health needs, their work condition needs. Which other needs could someone need at their place of work? Like those needs were like you can't get an actor when you're not giving them health insurance, when you're not safety, like
all those sorts of things.
basically those sort of things. And then their own protection of, since we are many and we have a voice, you can make a film and hire someone who is not part of us. It's so it's
I'll ask that later. And then unions.
okay. That's tight.
Hmm?
That's tight.
Yes.
That's tight.
Because for many times when we kept talking about having the conversation of guilds, Phil Proswater came out and insisted always, guys, unionize, come into the National Performing Arts Union, I think, something like that. Which is the union that represents us when you go into the workers' union. It's the workers' union for the
So
creatives.
that's what I was going to tell you, that personally I understand unions in terms of labor. And they are almost doing the same thing as the guilds, but almost on a national level. Or, yeah, briefly on a national level.
So which means at the end of the day, the power of the guild for now is non-existent. Yet there might be a power
The power of
in
which
the
guild?
unions.
Oh, the
The power of
at
of
the
the
moment
guilds.
in Uganda, I don't know if there is even power for unions. Like, leave film alone,
Mm.
but just workers unions. I don't know if we've felt the power that much, because I've never woken up and felt like a Ugandan employee is really protected in any way. But that's really a story for another day. But when you say the power for the guilds, I think we need to be specific. The power of which guild, to be specific. Personally, think I don't think we have a lot of power with our guilds. That's mainly because as an industry, we do not have very many structures. It's easy for a guild to work when there is someone they can demand things from. Say, if the actors actually have actual producers they can demand things from. I know they are producers, but at times producer naye oluusi aba
Yeah, yeah,
yeeyiyanga ggwe
we.
nti
He's forging away.
ebintu by'oyagala omusaba
Bimunyigiriza.
naawe oyinza obba okimanyi tabiina.
He can't make that promise.
Yeah, like the producer is not being backed by a big studio in countries where these things are working efficiently. Yeah, so I do not know if at the moment it's easy to walk in a room and say we have this guild and it has this much power.
Mm. I feel you. I
Yeah,
feel you.
because like
So,
how can they have the power?
so the question is, did we skip ahead of ourselves in forming guilds? Because the guilds work under a structured
Yes,
environment.
they work better in a structured environment. Our film industry at the moment runs like our film industry actually operates the same way our music industry operates. The only problem is that the music industry can actually thrive in that form of system. It can go far, but it can thrive, and it's so hard for the film industry to thrive like that. Uh, just for a viewer to understand what that means, is that with music, literally 80% or probably 90% of our artists are independent. They record their own song. They've paid for the studio time. They've paid for the guy mastering it, and they are releasing it themselves. And they are the ones that are submitting the song to either CD Baby or what to distribute this song to Spotify and the likes. Um, when it comes to film, it's still the same. You're writing your film, you're producing it, and technically yourself distributing it, you're putting it in cinemas, and you're ensuring everyone knows. Now, the difference is with music, because it's a song and it becomes bigger because of repetitive plays, it's easy to make a hit and it's easy to make money because people are listening to the song continuously. Unfortunately, with film, people need to watch it for you to make money, and they need to watch it most of the times once. Like, film doesn't have
And paying.
and paying. Film doesn't have a second day effect that a song has. You will listen to the song for the first time and you might not like it, but when you listen to it for the second time and you're feeling different about it, you might actually like it.
And also depending on the mode you're in at different
Yes,
days.
yeah. So our film and music industry are almost running at the same pace. It's just that one can benefit and one can't benefit from it. So it's easy for the music industry to make some demands because there are places to make the demands from. and you're so sure those places are actually making money from your music.
I feel you
It
because
become
at
it
the end of the
becomes
day,
hard for film to do the same.
because at the end of the day, we have seen incidents in the music industry where artist A or artist B or C comes out and tells a promoter no,
Mm,
and it works.
yes,
They say TV so and so no, and actually somehow it works in a way.
yes.
You know, they have asked
Mm,
to be respected, and it has happened.
mm.
I don't know when it ever happened in the film industry. Some people are tempted.
I don't really think, have we told people no in film?
Have we had the backbone to say no?
I don't think there are things we've done against our will as the industry. I don't think there are things we've been caged into doing against our will, but just okay, going back in this whole thing, it is very, very, very hard for guilds to have an impact in a society that pretends or makes it look like they do not need the services they are providing.
Hmm?
It's so hard for a guild to work in a society that pretends not to like the service they are providing. Like Uganda is a society that most of the times wants to make it look like they are not interested in Ugandan films. So it becomes so hard for any guild to make a case and they actually get what they want. Like I said earlier, I do not think it is easy for the actors to have demands against their producers. I mean, the very first thing is that most of them are producers themselves as actors.
Or
So
I've turned producers because producer mistreated them,
and of course when they turn producer they saw the real story of
and
okay.
they become worse.
And do they?
I've seen incidents where those who thought they were prey, they become predator as soon as
They become producers.
ooh, worse,
Uh,
because they start.
you're right. You're right about I
You think about it. Think about most of the guys who have become.
but now
No,
but
think
now when
about
you
it.
say it like that and
Think about it.
and we both know people that have
Somehow it becomes very hard. You understand? So at the end of the day,
I
the system we are trying to push out, in the end, we come with the same system.
have you ever met an artist who becomes an art entrepreneur and then okay, by artist I mean anything. It could be
Yes,
singer, it could be what, who becomes an art entrepreneur and then they have to hire other artists.
they become worse.
They become very, very, very bad at, they don't want to pay artists.
Yes.
They
Because
want artists
everything
to
you're asking for, they are looking at you like, look at you. I'm just like you basically become a problem for asking for
yeah,
things. But what has the going deeper into guilds? I
mhm,
think guilds last year was a big one.
yeah.
Many guilds came out.
We we
Many of the guilds came out
okay.
in so many ways. And when they came out, definitely we saw that. I think it started from UFF.
Yeah.
That time we were into that room, UFF, and then there was a session about guilds, and very many guilds were formed.
It had
Uh,
started at Icon where they launched uh the the producers guild.
yes, but then when they went into that UFF, that's when they had that session of producers guild is not enough, but we need
Yeah.
guilds from the other departments. And I think the costume came in out from there, the screenwriters,
Hmm.
I think there's sound,
Hmm.
the cinematography,
Yeah.
the actors was already there, but I think it became more established.
Personally, I think people shouldn't be forming guilds because other people are forming guilds.
Well,
people should form guilds because there is actually a
The
need
need for it.
for it. Because at times you might find that there are departments that are actually being treated well. Like maybe all they need is some sort of streamlining within themselves, like just within themselves.
I
Of
think that calls for a guild. Because at the end of the day, I
like
mean,
I'm
look at
thinking,
I'm
should
thinking
everything
about
call for a guild?
I'm
Like,
thinking about because now going to talk about what has been achieved with the
mhm.
guilds. When I look at the sound and design guilds, these guys have had workshops,
Those guys have been having workshops before having a guild,
but now I think now we know
and and and
who is
they've
organizing it now.
and you see, those guys started having workshops. They streamlined how much you could pay a sound person.
Mm,
They went on to train themselves.
mm,
Then they streamlined who is an actual sound person, who is a boom swinger, who's a sound designer. Because you see, there was a time we had no idea of
who
who
is
these
who?
people are. That's how we ended up with ah
Chogere,
yeah, we ended up with a boom swinger picking a best sound
accolade.
accolade.
Yes,
Uh,
and there was a fight somewhere there.
because of a situation of the film had to be presented as for women, entirely done by women.
Eh,
Yeah, so anyway, so we've had all these issues, and these guys had tried to streamline all that before forming a guild. So when I look at their situation, it's where I come from, and I'm like, I don't actually think we need to be forming guilds for each and everything, especially if some people can clean their house by even just forming an association.
mm, I think at the end of the day, Kagwa, I think we took the path of associations and we didn't get much from it.
Yeah,
If the
but at least
trend,
these guys created some sort of an association and really got a lot from it. Like I've sound guys in Uganda started raising their prices above the ordinary before anyone
yes,
started pricing the way
yes,
they were pricing.
true.
And you could not bypass them. You could not bypass them in a way like, okay, you're more
Shantos,
expensive. Let me go and look for someone cheaper.
yes, yes.
Yeah, 2019,
Mm,
they were pricing like that, like for it, like you couldn't even bypass them. That yeah, so and so has told me he's working for this many dollars. Let me go and look for like you. It's like you go for everyone and we're like, what are doing documentary? That one we are doing this price, and like it's an industry standard. They didn't do this with a guild, like
so
in-house
so
organizing. And
so you think and believe that the name guild adds nothing. The title guild
like
adds nothing
I
to.
feel like them having a guild right now is important because they had groundwork going on. But then we have people that right now have guilds fully registered and they
But
do not
nothing
even know
going
what
on.
they want to ask for.
NGO.
Yeah. Like they don't know what they want to ask
If you put
for.
them in the room and ask,
And
okay, what's to be done for you?
they do not even know who they want to ask that thing for. Do you remember 2019 UFF? Uh We are enjoying the show.
I see where you're going.
We are drunk.
I see where you're going.
It's not about my mom.
I see where you're going.
Yeah, but we are enjoying the show.
Did you have two?
W-
I'd not even noted that.
We are drunk, and then they read out, and the winner for Best Actor is Patrick Kakarukanyi for the film Tembere. He comes, gives a very good speech,
Powerful.
powerful speech, and then he's like, "We want more." And then everyone is like, we want more. And so before you knew, you had this stage, and one he said, I don't know why we should be having, I don't even remember what he called her. Hosting this when we have actors that can host this. The girl that was behind was Pfizer, my friend. And like I looked at her, looked down, like, yeah, she had been attacked right on that stage. But then he says, "We want more," and then everyone joins him. We want more, and I'm looking at this scene. It's beautiful. I took pictures. I wrote stories about it. But if there is one thing I was asking myself is who
Who is being addressed?
who is being addressed? Who are they asking more from? Are we asking more from UCC? Like UCC owes us nothing. So are we asking more from multi choice? Uh yeah, maybe they owe us something, but they can also argue that they've done some work, and we could actually believe at that time they had done a lot. So for me, the funny thing was when that whole was going on, like we want more, it wasn't only actors that came out and said we want more. There were actors, and then there were producers, there were directors. So for me, it became more confusing of who is being addressed here.
Who is asking who for what?
Who is asking who for what? So it goes back to what I've just told you that I feel like at the moment we have very many guilds, but most of them are yet to actually articulate what they exactly want and who they want it from.
Yes. So at the end of the day, we saw this outbreak,
Yes,
the pandemic of
of
guilds,
of guilds.
and of course, many of them are still promising, especially trainings
Hmm.
for their members. But beyond that, you realize it's still shaky. I know the Screen Actors Guild has been trying so much.
By the way, I've listened to the producers guild because they've been in our faces and they are very hard to ignore. Uh, like you'll be at UFF and they're there with us. Smoke the coffee, smell the coffee. I
What are
like
you
coffee.
saying?
I like coffee. But no, but it's a word that usually comes out like, yeah, smell the coffee.
No, please
And
don't cover up. What are you saying? What do they say?
like they warn us, like, yeah, as you can see, people are even taking away their money. Wake up and smell the coffee.
Ani ayogeza?
Gweka nkuleke nokuleka.
Ani ayogera
So
bw'ati?
so so anyway, like I've seen the producers guild, and it seems whenever we go for events, they are the ones that get the microphone.
Yes.
They are the ones that get to speak to us. And I'm sorry that I feel like most of the things the producers guild keeps talking about kind of sounds like they are the directors guild.
What do you mean?
Most of the times they sound like they are talking to someone who is the money bags,
Yet they are.
yet they are the money bags.
Where are they lost?
It's because most of them are directors.
Uh, so the message of what they should be asking for. Who are the producers supposed to be addressing?
The producers most of the times lobby. And when you're lobbying, you do not have a lot of choices of being tough because it's someone's money. They can give it to you or they can stay with it.
But they have been lobbying. They have
No,
gone to the
no,
UTBs
I'm
of this
saying
world.
like that's the thing. No, I'm saying when you want money, you
You don't
lobby
have.
for it,
You have to be nice.
and you be nice because it's their money, they can keep it.
Yes.
But after you get that money and now it's yours as a producer,
Then you become tough.
the director can be tough on it, like, we want more, you can't expect us to do your work, and you because for them, they were hired as a director to do this film, and you, the producer, must make sure they get what they want.
Yes.
Of course, you can explain to them there is no money, what, but they can have the kajanja. So most of the times when I hear these guys talk,
Their talks are more
they
director-like.
kind of sound like the Directors Guild.
So it's like having an actor who is a producer and director. When
That's why
do
I
you
say,
start demanding for what and where?
as a producer,
No, I mean that's basically what you're talking about. That
yes,
the message gets lost
the message kind of
in
gets
such a
lost,
way.
and 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 I believe most of the people that are not in the film industry and are in these talks listen to it and they're like, who are they talking to?
Are they talking to you?
Are they
They're
talking to you?
They don't know how
Yeah.
and how to.
Yeah. So
It's a long
yeah,
way.
it's a long one, which goes back to, I think we do not know who we are supposed to be asking things from. In other places, producers are usually asking for things either from studios. In this place, it's easier to ask from studios because studios were set up to make films.
They're in charge.
And they're in charge. They are supposed to make films.
Yes.
So as a producer, you can be like, I want this, I want that. Even when I get it, I need 50% of that. I need 10% of this. After 20 years, I need it to come back to me. Because these people were set up to make films.
Yes.
In these countries where every filmmaker is a moving studio, the only person the only people we can be tough at when we are asking are the only ones we have. So you don't know whether you should be tough because they are the only ones.
And when you're tough, you're kicked out.
so
It's
now,
easy. You're basically made
that's
work
the
easy.
thing. Like you don't know if you're going to be tough on them because they are the only ones.
You are
So
cancelled.
it's
I think it's very tough.
It's very tough.
I mean, we need to talk about what we think needs to be done. I know UFMI. I need to talk about this. Aitogenda kunnemesa twaganye bagundi abantu abalemesa abantu okukola ebintu. So listen, Kagwa, UFMI together with the NCF, Uganda Federation of Movie Industry, and
Uganda Federation of Movie Industry. That's UFMI.
Yes, UFMI.
Ragadi's thing.
Where is the chairman? I think was he elected? I think after getting the directors, they called for independent directors to apply. We're yet to find out what is happening with that. But they're supposed to pick a chairman from those. Then National Culture Forum, they came up with a campaign called Creative Rights.
And National Culture Forum is idle busy, but go on.
We attended this thing before the internet was actually the day the internet was shut down on the 13th at National Theatre. I was there, and there are so many questions. I didn't attend the panel discussion, which was talking about basically they were talking about rights, copyright, and respecting the writers. I mean the creatives' work and those sorts of things, and copyright infringement, piracy, and all that. And of course, this was a campaign that was being pushed started by NCF. Part of the money they got
fighting a budget.
Part of the money they got.
That's the budget they were fighting.
From the revolving fund. Part of that money was them creating awareness and campaigns about copyright. And this was the launch. And it was going to, they say it's going to move around it's countrywide. The campaign about the creative rights. Is that okay? So this money was given to them and they are promising lots of fruits from this. And I think this is part of the some of the associations and bodies that we believe are meant to do whatever they're supposed to do.
Was Ragadi there?
What's the
Was Ragadi there?
Can you have a wedding without a bride?
So he was there as part of what exactly?
NCF, UFMI, and all the other bodies that basically help with the creative sector.
So do you want my 2 cents over?
Everyone is waiting to hear what you can say. Because I know you and Ragadi, whatever, you and Ragadi are like co-wives. Every time they mention the name Ragadi,
no, I do not hate Ragadi, by the way. I like his
on
music.
the long list of people you're always clashing with, I think Ragadi is like number 2.
Who is number 1?
I won't mention here. Kama hivyo ziwa wa Uganda. I know you. I know you. Nze nkulaba nkumanyi ndudde naawe. Kubanga ne bwoba oyogera erinnya, everything that goes wrong wakati awo, you feel like you olikubawo erinnya.
Okay,
So,
now let me tell you. I listen to Ragadi's music and
yatuyimbiramu koolo
and
n'akuba ne freestyle.
now that just shows you he had nothing to tell you.
Yatubuulira ebigambo.
Let me tell you.
Because when Khalifa Aganaga came on stage,
no, I'm talking about the film side of things.
But that day we had everyone.
Yes, but what did he tell you? Because he's part of the board, right? Of UFMI.
No, the gathering was not only for filmmakers.
Yes, but what he got a chance to speak as a chairman.
Yes.
What did he say?
He spoke about the importance of protecting the copyright.
We all know that importance.
Yes.
You can wake me up in the night and I'll tell you the importance. But
people like Kagwa, ogenda n'okoppa story ya Martini, n'ogyozaamu n'okiteeka mu mawulire. These people, omuntu akoze shock like the way we have the front row here, omuntu n'agisalamu, oba n'ajja n'akoppa all the content we are doing, now reproducing.
So in a nutshell, he said everything people keep saying about copyright, right?
Kati message bagenda gitwala all over the country with the money.
I can tell you one thing. That is chaos. That is chaos. Like when you see Ragadi somewhere, I cannot say he brings chaos, but for some reason there is chaos. And now when you add Ragadi and Emma Carlos, was Emma Carlos there?
He was busy.
That's chaos.
I don't remember him sitting down.
That's why I told you NCF is idle busy. You know, being idle busy is looking like you're doing a lot of things, but you know those people in a warehouse, you go to a warehouse and people are lifting boxes and there is someone who sees you lifting a box and he touches the box and like, oh, and then he goes and he sees someone opening a car. He kind of holds the door as they open and it's like, oh, it's open. And then they move around. Like, in actual sense, they're not doing anything, but they are moving around like they're a very, very busy body.
Oh, Kagwa.
Do you know one thing? Like, can anyone name just one achievement, policy-wise, that has been realized by NCF? And NCF has been around. Like, no one even knows what NCF really does. But NCF is always around. Like, I feel like NCF came and tried to be a national theater, because national theater is UNCC, Uganda National Cultural Center, which in
National
its true
Culture
sense
Forum
is supposed to be the way you see UCC working for communication. It's just in the naming that they called it a center, but it's not supposed to be a place. It's supposed to be an institution. Then NCF just came and technically became UNCC.
Oh, by the way, UNCC is not an institution. National Theatre is just the place where.
Yes.
Yes. Because with what's that art gallery up in Nakasero?
Normal Gallery.
Normal Gallery. Mm.
Yeah, so NCF kind of came and kind of became UNCC, but without being called that. And then they kind of made it look like they are trying to, basically, when you ask them what do you do, they will literally mention the things that UNCC is supposed to be doing, but
Yes,
then they
sure.
will tell you, like, for us, we are the body that brings them together, and you're like, and then they will be
Those,
like, we are the National Council of Sports for Arts. You're like, guys, give me a break.
because that particular day, among all the different activity, I mean, different groups that were brought, also herbalists. The herbalists.
Now,
Abakola
now,
eddagala
now, now,
eryo.
now
Because they say also those guys, they put in time to do research and know which medicine does, why they combine medications and herbs,
yeah,
and also that is somehow patented and all those
it
sorts
is
of things.
patented,
Yes,
but I
it's
don't really think it's
culture and
patented under culture.
but
It,
anyway, I think going forward, 2026, what do you expect the guilds, the associations, the
one thing you need to know is the same way the music industry did not really go far with with Uma, which I think Ragadi was somehow part of again, and Emma Carlos. I do not think they'll go far with UFMI, where Ragadi is on the steering.
I'll come back and please keep
Like,
the.
I'm always ready for someone to prove me wrong.
We are going to prove you
And
wrong
if
here.
you prove me wrong, I will look in that camera and I will apologize.
You're going to apologize here.
I will apologize. But one thing I can tell you is there is nothing much that's going to come out of this. This whole thing of sensitizing Ugandans about the need for copyright,
They need to respect
the need to respect
creatives'
copyright.
rights. Yes.
How are they planning to do it? Because I feel like the launch was a flop.
Abantu twaliwo tenti, waliwo staging eriko
Yeah,
screen.
but what makes sense is the launch spreading through the news stories.
Because you see, that was a time when we were going into at 6 p.m. of that day is when they cap.
Which already shows you very poor planning by the organizers, because the election was planned 5 years ago, and you decide.
They didn't know the elections were.
You
They
decide.
didn't know the internet was.
Still, it was very poor planning, because if you trying to take out news about the importance of copyright and you pick a time when everyone is thinking about something else to launch,
We had the Uganda One Festival happened.
and it was also a flop. And Sylvia already organized it. And in the pictures, I saw Ragadi there and I saw Emma Carlos there. Those are moving chaoses when it comes to the creative industry. And I do not expect a lot from desensitization. First of all, I don't even expect that there will be other sensitizations. You might find that the launch was the last thing.
Sente zinokuba zikyaliwo. UFMI yagula van empya. Drone. Yes. So I believe we are going to move places with this. But going
did
to
you ask them where they are going next?
We had no.
Did they say where they are going next?
I think we're going to get responses to that question. What's the roadmap of this entire thing? Because I believe the money is there. The money was released. I think
it's not about the money being there. It's about the whole program being effective, because the launch flopped. By flopping, it's not that people did not come for the launch, but the launch flopped because I do not see it anywhere in media, not on social media, not in all of the places where creatives are supposed to get the information and Ugandans are supposed to get the information. So
we are going to redo the relaunch. Fitina. What do you think about the guilds?
Filmmakers with Ragadi.
What do you think about the guilds?
The guilds?
What do you think the guilds are going to actually deliver this year?
The very first thing guilds need to sit and re-strategize. They need to know who they are addressing and who they are asking what from. the moment they sort that out, like I told you earlier, I feel like the producers are sounding like directors.
The actors we have not yet had.
I don't know if actors even know who they want to address and what they want to address. I don't know if the writers know who they want to address and what they want to address.
Because the writers are
If the
supposed to
if
address the producers.
not even just but the what for the writers is more important. The what is they need reassurance that people are not going to replace them with AI.
It's already happening.
Even the actors need reassurance that they are not going to be replaced with AI. Because
It's already
I
happening.
could hire you, I could hire just a few people in this room, and the extras I put in the background is AI.
And the story will still be told.
So I'll be saved from hiring about 10 more extras.
But our actors even anyway. I want to ask questions. But I think definitely we in the future we plan to have guests from the different guilds, and we shall have them sit here and tell us what the plan is for every guild, because I think it's very important.
By the way,
Sometimes
I'm
we
not
might be,
against them, I'm for them.
but they should be able to know that,
Yeah.
especially with the tone you use.
A very soft tone, and it's loving.
And the times you have used that tone on people we know, it has not gone well, and you always mean it. But I think we'll have people come here from the different guilds.
Who have I used that tone on?
Ragadi.
No, for Ragadi, Ragadi shouldn't be in the industry. That one, nah, he shouldn't be in the industry.
He's a producer.
He's not a producer.
He is.
He is not a producer. He produces music.
Go downtown, Nancy.
And he produces music.
Go downtown. I heard. Oh, I heard.
Mm-hmm.
There was another meeting of small group of UFMI members somewhere, and they were discussing some things, but many other people were not in the know. Yeah, so money has come. Ladies and gentlemen,
money actually came.
Yeah, money came. Money came. And of course, as we conclude, when you're talking about things like finance, the revolving fund, that money came. It is, I think I saw a video by someone from the Minister of Gender talking about the quarterly release of money. SACCOs for the film or the artists is going to receive money. The Uganda Filmmakers SACCO.
I really wish filmmakers would stay away from the revolving fund, and I really wish filmmakers could stay away from the from the circle of money that's coming from the government. And I'm not saying this in a bad way, but I feel like a lot of money has been coming to the music industry from the government in form of circles and all these other things. And for the time that money has been coming is the time this industry has struggled the most when it comes to quality. And it's the time that most of the artists have lost focus, and it's the time the industry has been overly politicized.
Because they're chasing the bag.
Yeah.
So, tusigale mbwavu bwaffe.
We've made very many amazing films when we are funding ourselves. I've not seen one Ugandan artist that has produced a brilliant album because he got money from a revolving fund or the circle.
Is the money coming to improve the film industry or the lives of the filmmakers?
Now that's the question.
Because there's no cap to olaba nga bofuna sente za content development support fund program nozifuna, it's for making a film.
By the way, how much money is it?
What?
Or
the revolving fund? Was it 28 billion? But they're going to split this money. We have not yet known how much is going to be released to the filmmakers' circles, but we are yet to find out, because information has it that there is a plan for all this happening. This is what we're in the second quarter. The second quarter, by the fourth I think we will have known what it is. Who is responsible?
Mhm.
I think
So the filmmakers circle that is receiving the money, is it the one where you're like chair, or
advice.
is it the one where you're vice?
Yes.
That's the one that's going to receive part of the 28 billion.
Why asking like you're trying to make me look like Nalide?
No, I just want to know, like, you guys are my friends.
No,
I'm just saying that
the truth of the matter is this money is going back, even if we are your friends.
I don't
Bwe
think
tuzikwata bwe tuti nezitawera tubatwala ffenna.
I don't think Kenzo's money has ever gone back. Just saying.
Are you basically telling me tulye ssente z'abaana?
No, I'm just saying I do not think they are following it up. But like I said earlier,
Bwe zino ssente za muwa musolo. What are you trying to say?
mugenda kola ki?
Producer ssebo yeegundye treasure.
Producer treasure.
Mukambwe.
Naye nga ndina abanene.
Producer mukambwe. But generally, one, I want to believe the thing about the circle, I know people have been saying things.
Mm-hmm.
I do believe the circle thing is more about actually save money as much as possible, because the bigger the rainy season, the bigger the drought.
Yeah, that's
and at
true.
the end of the day, the filmmakers have had a struggle with saving and financial discipline. Why I personally joined the circle was because I believe in the fact that we need to have a place where we talk money, where we talk money beyond just film. That can go after your film and after a project you have done. How much are you saving? How much are you investing? Not even in the films, but making money to keep you going at a time when you have no project. It is something I thought was very important. So whether we get this this fund or not, for us, we're still driving the message of be part of the circle, save money, let's invest if there is an opportunity.
So how many filmmakers do you have?
So far, we're going into 50.
50?
Yes, we're going to.
So you guys,
50.
So 50 of you might get this money. So 50. So there are 48 others. I don't know.
It is a trap.
But I know the two of the 50.
You want to know the others?
No, I'm just saying, I'm putting that out there.
What do you mean?
That I know rich people.
We are rich because we are saving for the future and our gains. And we definitely know things are, we believe, by the way.
But anyway, just to understand, is there an assurance that filmmakers, the 50, that the 50 that belong to this circle will access this money if it is sent, or there are chances someone might form another circle tomorrow and it is the one that ends up getting the money?
Well, all I know is there was inspection by inspectors came to check out the available circles, the ones which were running, and they're looking at different things. You know, how long have you been operating? Are you registered? Are there documents? You know, do you have the certificates and licenses? Do you have bank accounts and things like that? And all of that was run, you know. And of course, like we say, at the end of that, there was the first time they produced a list which had circles which were going to receive the money. And in the digging, some people said some of the circles were Uganda police, some of them were cooperative societies in Masakabi, Chibichi, and they were not filmmakers circles. And we thought that should be protested. And I think there was something that was done, which there was a promise that was going to change, you know. What we are saying is everyone going to receive money, whoever is a member? The thing is, have you been saving? You understand? If you have been saving, you're entitled to getting at 2 times the amount you have in your savings scheme. And then
personally, I'm mostly thinking about the fact that you are the circle they will send the money to. Because, like, how Uganda, you might wake up tomorrow
And
and
we are
there is
not on the
another
list.
filmmaker's circle that
Yes.
you had no idea where it
Yes.
came from.
Definitely.
And I can't really trust our inspection that much because money has been going to what is circles. And trust me, I don't really think those circles even had money on them before. Because with most artists, it's like they wake up and form a circle because Nabanjats told them there's a
Form
need
one.
to form one. And before you know, next week that circle is getting money. And you're thinking, okay, how does this whole thing work? And before you know, like a few months later, you learn that that circle no longer exists and it doesn't have any money
Yes. All the
because
money
all the
was
money that was given was taken. But anyway, besides that, so the circle, what's the target for this year?
the target for this year is definitely investment. As members, we want to own,
Mm,
we want to invest money
mm,
in things. We want to actually multiply the money so that our members actually have money. Because at the end of the day, there is going to be dividends. Yeah, we talk dividends.
mhm.
How much is, because we also don't think about only having money on savings and it's there in the account. We want to use this money to help our members, get loans. They bring back the money. Then there's a little interest, and that interest, then we invest that money in other things which are going to help us make more money. So our intention at the end of the day, and of course, I want to tell people and inform people, this circle did not start when they said the money was
Yeah,
coming.
I
No.
I I I know. I know you. You guys have
Yes.
been meeting every Tuesday.
Yes. That circle has been around.
Mm.
2021. I think 2021, around there. That's
So
when we first talked this. And of course, now registrations became more serious later on. Yes.
so which conversations are you having with the members? Because I mean, in Uganda, when someone invests in a circle, the very first thing that comes to the members is let's withdraw money. Like I've seen it with circles that have been existing. Like they exist for their good 6 years, and then all of a sudden, as the president is passing by, is like, "Oh, so you sex workers have a circle?" He injects money in it, and then before you
Of all
know,
examples,
but there is a sex
I know,
workers
but of
circle
all
that I think
examples, when
was
Gambia were
given money.
border, kale goye
I
mugenda
don't remember
maaso.
if Border's circle was given money, but for this one, I kind of remember.
Yeah, kyogambye basangana bawasente.
Waliwo
What was the
n'abaamalwa.
question?
But anyway, so most of the times when these circles are given money, the members go on a hyper need to kind of
I want
withdraw
it.
money.
Yes, yes.
And then before you know, the circle that was moving forward very well starts collapsing because the money came through. Uh, which conversations are you guys having
Our
with the
conversations
50,
are,
with the 48?
yes, our conversation we're having a conversation of growth
Mhm.
and sustainability. That we are not looking at just jumping in there and we drain the granary. We are thinking about if the money comes, how do we use that to actually multiply? And of course, we're encouraging people to save because we do believe that at the end of the day, omululu gujja kubaawo, of course, because when money comes, everyone, that's when you see the true colors.
Kwekubako enfuufu.
Ooh. But we are saying we want to actually keep this bigger than just eating from it. We want the eating to be longer because it multiplies to make more gains. I still use the word gain so many times. I don't know how and why, but to make more gains for the members in order for them to appreciate.
You have gains.
Appreciate. But of course, I'm not, of course, whoever is watching that side might think we have the money. The name of the circle was on the list that was read. Communications, we are yet to find out more about whatever is.
So that's the reason why people think you got money.
I was corrected. Man, mugenda kunkubya. When I sinafuna 1 billion, someone said I got a 1 billion. People were calling me. Time ya internet off.
Yeah.
People were calling me and they were telling me, Benda, wachikubye. mpulira w'osula ekisawo nze nzire. But I was later informed it was actually Douglas Lwanga whose name was mentioned. So the person had the name Douglas and carried that information and thought it was me and some other people, yes. But it wasn't me. It is not me. But we do believe that the money will come. And when the money comes, we want to see how we use it to better, because I believe very many filmmakers are being taken advantage of because they have no financial muscle. They have no source of income, so they're desperate. When someone tells you anything, you will do it because you are looking for rent to be paid, which is 6 months overdue. But if you have something that you are doing on the side, whichever way. I was watching an interview of the South Korean actor who was in Fast and Furious. You know that guy?
He was Han in the film.
Yes. That he says that when they shot the first Furious he was in, he was still a waiter.
Wow.
And he got, I think he was paid $20,000 US dollars for that role. But even after that, he kept his waiting job.
Yeah.
He would go and do that because at the end of the day, there's bills.
I mean, Bakadabdi was nominated for an Oscar and he was still, what was he doing? But you remember that guy from Captain Phil?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
By the time he got his nomination,
phones?
Yes, he was still selling phones.
Uncle's shop?
Yes, in his uncle's shop.
And he kept going back.
Yeah, he kept going back and kind of stayed there. So I mean,
at the end of the day, we want people to remind people that at the end of the day, financial muscle, that you need to have an income beyond just this, because we all know you might do a film, a big movie for even a series for a year, but after that 1 year, you have nothing running for a big time. So either save money and do something on the side because you need it, and at the end of the day, it's going to help you deal with the desperation. Especially if you can, doing something where you are the owner, an entrepreneur.
Yeah, that's true.
Where, either restaurant, boutique, Uber. I know very many guys who bought cars. They failed to service them and get fuel, but they would have been Uber drivers. And they get money on the side. So I think this is something very important. So when the money comes to the circle, for us, the thought is, si kulia, but how do we grow together financially? Yeah.
So anyway, just winding up on the whole guild thing, because it's kind of what led us here. So costume designers, I think costume designers and makeup artists, are they joined together? Because I know there is a guild for one.
There's only for costume design, yes. I've forgotten the name. Remember the premiere?
Yes, we met. Was that for costume designer or for makeup?
Costume.
The one we met.
Yes. I think those are like the strongest. Yes.
Oh,
Elton, right?
Elton.
Yes. I think they are very passionate, and I think they have been able to try and widen. He's very aggressive. I like his aggressiveness. I think it can help the department.
I think I would like to talk to him.
Yeah, I think we agreed that we are going to have him one time here.
Oh, so it's Elton and Tazibon.
Yes. Because I think those are the guys who have they have seen the benefits.
I would like to know their asks, like,
and who to
and who they are demanding theirs from.
I think we will have them here,
because I feel like that's where much of the issues when it comes to the guilds. Like you hear people talk and you're like, I think you're either talking to the wrong. Like some of the things people are asking for are because they went to a very unprofessional set.
So they think it's like that everywhere.
Yeah. So because I think I had a sound record is talking about I think going on a set, being called to go for a gig a day before they were supposed to start shooting. Like they were trying to hire them
on the day
before
the shoot,
and they are not sent them a script. And yes, that's a problem. That's bad. It shouldn't be happening.
But you were hired by the wrong person.
I don't think those are
It should be
things
a
you should
demand.
be those are demand, like those are even given, like those are,
Those are it should be the minimum standard.
yeah, you shouldn't be,
So so
a
so
guild
you
shouldn't be
so
addressing
you do
that.
believe that a guild, like an actors guild asking for producers to feed actors, should not be part of demands?
That's a that,
That,
that
that
should be
should be a
given.
must.
That's a must. If you're hiring people, you're putting people together, and these people are going to work for you. Basically, you're responsible for those people.
So
It's
things like
upon you
better pay
to feed
is where
them.
we should be starting.
But things like better pay, because better pay is subjective, more so in a country like Uganda. Things like better pay, the conditions I'm working in. Are you keeping me at work? Like, am I
Longer
coming
hours.
in the morning and you want me to leave at
So
10?
like what has happened? Huh?
Those are things, like, basically about your rights as a worker or as an employee. Those are most of the things that I feel like a guild should be addressing.
Okay. I think definitely we're going to have more of these conversations with each of these
Yeah.
guilds. It's been lovely, definitely talking about this because I think many times people think
Mhm.
they are making progress.
Yeah.
Yeah, but oli mu kunyigira mu nzikiza. There are sometimes you think you're making effort, you're making impact, but actually you are fighting your own shadow.
I don't know
So,
how much research has been put in most of the guilds that are coming up, though.
mm,
But anyway, I'm happy that people are taking that step forward
yeah,
to
there's a
try
starting
to,
point. We
yeah,
start somewhere.
to try to professionalize everything. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you so much for watching this episode. It's been the front row, and I've been Kasore Douglas Bender. Mtano Dage Kajansi. We are making UG Films famous, and we are saying special thanks to all our sponsors and partners. Center Production, thank you so much for accepting to work with us on this. Ava Juliet Productions, thank you so much for accepting to work on this. Corsets. These guys are very good guys, and they have been able to make sure they mind whatever we see on the picture. And of course, we say Cinema UG, thank you so much. And all our partners, we thank you so much. And we're definitely going to bring you so many exciting stuff. We're going to be having guests here every other episode. And of course, we want to see how we make the UG Films famous. We want to see how we make different impact to the industry 2026 and beyond. We're not only stopping in Uganda. Very soon we are coming somewhere. Mashariki, we might be coming. Zanzibar International Film Festival, this manifestation.
Yeah.
Zanzibar International Film Festival, we are coming. Durban, Durban producer was basically the other day saying we might be having a setup at Durban. So Martin, get your passport ready. We are going everywhere. Luxo, we will go everywhere. The
Yeah, that's true.
Amas, we believe, right? Who
Believe.
knows? Who knows? The Oscars, who knows?
Hold your
Who
chest.
knows? Who knows?
Yeah.
Thank you so much for watching. And Kagwa, your closing remarks.
Thanks very much for watching. My name is Andrew Kagwa Maiga Shadow Katikiro. And please support Ugandan films. The good thing is that this year, no, 2025 was good for us. Very many films and very many short series and mini series were made available on YouTube. Please go and support, engage with them, and tell another person about it. But as from me and the entire crew,
Sign
have a good
out.
day.